I think citizenship, probably people coming together for a common goal, like belonging to something, wanting to be there, wanting to be part of a group.
Taking pride and ownership in the place you live in and reside.
Or being, I mean, at first, think probably comes to mind as like nationality, citizenship, like the country you're from. Well, my dad went here, my uncle went here, my cousin just graduated a couple years ago.
UT offered, first off, of course, the lottery scholarship, so money was a big key. I had a full ride coming here, so that was one big factor. A couple of my friends from high school also were coming here, and they wanted me to be their roommate.
Applied to schools, narrowed it down between here and DePaul. Family pretty much said, if you go to DePaul, we won't support you, which is in Chicago. So that was a pretty big deciding factor. Got an assistantship.
Oh, when I first arrived, I remember I lived in Reese, and I walked in the room, and like I almost started crying. I was like, this is so small.
I moved here to UT, I was really overwhelmed because I got here one day and like started my job the next day.
I was happy to be here, take classes. It's so much better than high school because you don't have to I didn't have to be in class at 7 o'clock, and I didn't have to go till 3.
It was a new experience. I never really lived far from home. I've lived in the same house my entire life, so it was my first actual move. Again, it was exciting because I got to meet a bunch of new people, and it was the first time truly being out on my own, not having to answer to mom and dad, not having someone telling me to be home at a certain hour, and it was a really interesting feeling to actually have that freedom. I guess the real main thing that I did was I joined Orange Nation. My roommate had advised to do it. He said that a bunch of his friends had come up here the year before, had done it, and they really enjoyed it, and it really helped me get to know a bunch of different people. Sat near and with all kinds of different people from my floor, from my building. I lived in Presidential Court in North Carrick, so all kinds of people that I knew or got to know through it would sit with us at the football games and basketball games and whatnot. So,
I think with my assistantship, you're kind of just forced to be involved with campus life. We're on committees. We're always doing stuff in the community. So it was kind of, that was an easy transition to get involved and meet people.
Yes and no.
Okay, explain.
I think that it can be considered a community because we all are here with the common bond of UT and academics. Not in the sense that I think that we are made up of like different clusters.
I think when UT becomes one big community, still, I mean, I've only been here for 2 months or 3 months, whatever, is football. I've never in my life experienced a community as that. Do I feel a citizen like that? Yeah, because I feel like if I don't wear an orange shirt on game day, it's like, oh my god. And I find myself like wanting to do that, like wanting to check the scores of the games.
I actually go with a yes and a no. The yes part, we all live here, we all go to class, we all have some of the same gripes and moans, which help us, bond and get closer to one another. For the most part, nearly everybody loves football, and the basketball season now is actually catching up a lot. So, sporting events really bring us all together. We all have our own little separate communities in the sense of the different residence halls sometimes hang out with one another a lot more than others. The different fraternities and sororities, of course.